Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session with my friend Kathy Davis.
Hello.
Hello. We've worked together for years, and I just love the creativity and spirit that Kathy brings to our business. It's fabulous when she walks in with a new project, and you walked in last week with this garment. Well, not this garment, another garment that was in another color, but you'd made the body of it in a knit, and you used a woven fabric for the sleeves. And I thought it was brilliant.
Thank you.
How did you decide to do that?
I saw a picture.
Yeah, she's a great one for collecting pictures on Pinterest and I don't know where all. You're just a fashionista. You can find something anywhere and copy it or be inspired from it. So it was great. So we decided to show you today how to make a longer sleeve on your Maison top. So Kathy has on the Maison top in the regular sleeve length. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to make a longer sleeve, but you want some longer sleeves, wear a turtleneck, long sleeved. You can tuck the band under so you have another layer showing. I think it looks really fabulous. And she has a closet full of turtlenecks of some note. Mine is knit, woven sleeve, and some gathering at the wrist.
And elastic.
And elastic. With the regular band on the bottom. Yours has a ribbing on the bottom and it's drawn in a little bit. Mine is just like the pattern and it's meant to be loose like this. Although you can shorten that band if you want to and make it hug your hips if you'd like to. If you want it longer, you can lengthen the garment or you can shorten it. I doubt if too many people are going to shorten it too much, but you never know. So let's talk about how you deal with this sleeve. Shall we get a little drawing out here? All right, this is Kathy's drawing for how she did what she did. So walk us through the process of making the shell and then going from there.
Okay, so I knew I wanted a long sleeve, but I had no idea with the drop shoulder on the shell of it, on the front and back, how much to go down. So I did. I sewed together the front and the back and even put the neckband on. And then I put it on and measured from where this ends down to my wrist. And I came out with kind of maybe 18, 19 inches long for the total sleeve from here to here. And it actually worked out fine. Maybe on that one I might have shortened it a half an inch or so. But so from the very top of the sleeve, I went down.
You're actually measuring from the finished dot of the sleeve.
Right.
Because that's where you would have, or maybe not, I don't know.
I don't think it. I think I really went from the top down for 20 inches and maybe from here to here, a finished one of 18. Right. Well, we're being
a little too picky, but determine your length and you're going to draw the line from in the center of the sleeve down whatever distance you want, whatever length you want for the sleeve.
This one's 20. You know, it depends. You may go anywhere from 18 to 20. It's always
and you've got
easier.
A hem allowance in there, so that includes the hem allowance. You need to add that. In this case, it'll be a casing instead of an actual hem, so to speak. But you'll do all your calculations.
Yeah.
There.
Now I didn't subtract for the hem allowance on the shorter version. I just went straight down. And this is a 1-inch casing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So the profile of the sleeve doesn't change.
No.
And from there you went.
I just went straight down because I went to the closet to figure out how much I wanted it gathered in. And I had a blouse that has elastic at the wrist. And so I measured it and it was about 18, 19 across. So that's what I chose. And I think that's a pretty good amount of gathering for that type of sleeve.
Yeah, I think it just feels great. I can also move this back just a touch for a second because I can also put this sleeve up like this and wear it a little more blouson for my Maison top. So I like this look too.
I do too, like that.
So now the elastic is a little tighter here and it's a little looser down there. So how did you determine this?
Well, again,
circumference.
with a blouse from the closet, I cut the elastic 9 inches, and I think that worked pretty well because there was lap over. So in the end, it maybe turned out to be, after the lap over, 8.5 inches, which
Yeah.
I think is good.
Yeah, this seems perfect for me. You can adjust that to whatever circumference of forearm or wrist that you have. You used 3/8 inch elastic, but you wish you'd used
A 1/2 inch, which I didn't have. I like the look of a wider casing
right.
there.
And it
So,
could even be an inch or
yes,
more.
yeah, it depends on your fabric of whether, you know, I think a narrower casing, a narrower elastic is a more elegant look. And then as you widen it out, maybe it gets a little more sporty.
I think
And we
that's
even
right.
talked about using ribbing for the sleeve also.
Yeah, you could attach a piece of ribbing to the bottom of this and then have it real wide or real narrow. I think that's a great idea. All right, so let's put this aside and take a look at another version. This is a Maison top that Deb made. Deb works here. You haven't met her yet. And she has lengthened her sleeve in the same manner that Kathy did, but in this case, she has replicated the bottom band. There's a bottom band on this garment that's 2.5 inches wide. And so now she's used a band on the bottom of the sleeve that's also 2.5 inches. And let's get why don't you hold this drawing this time? And maybe hold it up just a little bit. There you go. There you go. Pardon me for covering up your face, but
Thank you.
I guess I shouldn't have had to do that. So she has, in order to bring the sleeve in so as not to have to gather so much sleeve to the band, she has serged 3 darts, starting at the bottom of the sleeve, right above the band, for 4 inches. So at 4 inches up, she's put 3 serged darts. And she's sewn about 5/8 inch darts, which takes up about 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches, and 1.25 inches are gone, then serged out, so to speak, in these vertical darts, we're calling them. And so the bottom of her sleeve is narrower, and it's easier to sew that on to the band. So you can uncover your face now.
And her bottom band was 12 inches, right?
Yes, the bottom band is 12 inches finished. Yes. So this is what it looks like on the inside of the garment. There's the side seam, and you can see a serged, 4-thread serged little tuck dart, and there are 3 of them. I think this is really brilliant. You know, I thought it was an excellent idea. She does this on a lot of her garments. You know, sometimes on the oversized garments, if you get the sleeves that are too wide, the whole thing just looks out of proportion and really kind of wrong. But if you start to narrow sleeves and still having an oversized body, I think things look a lot better.
Oops, I'll do it.
So that is her Maison top with longer sleeves as well. So we have a lot of combinations of fabrics to show you that are a combination of knit and woven. We have 3 back here on the board. We have the red combination, that's a red jersey with the woven cotton sateen. Now sateen has a shiny finish or a little bit of a shine on the surface. You could use either side. Which side do you like?
What would I use? I think I would use the dull side.
Yeah. Use the dull side?
I would.
Yeah.
You would use the shiny.
I think it depends. I think it depends. I like the shiny. I like the shine and the matte of the woven and the knit. But for every day, I probably would go matte and matte. If I wanted to dress this up and wear some fancy jewelry and put it with a flowy skirt or something, maybe I'd use the shine. I don't know. It would depend on my mood. It would depend on which way I picked up the fabric and actually sewed it, probably.
Well, I like both. I just, if you had a gun to my head, I would do the dull side.
I promise that won't happen. All right, then we have a gold combination, a mustard combination of the jersey knit, and again a sateen. So you have both the matte side and the shiny side to work with.
That's pretty.
And here you can see, at least from my angle, a little more shine for some reason on this green one, but it's the same fabric. These are all cotton sateens. And then these are all the same cotton rayon viscose jerseys. You like the idea of the same fabric, different textures.
Yes, I like the same tones, different textures.
So we have mine that I have on, which is this jersey.
Excuse me, sorry.
And the cotton. And this cotton has just, you're never going to get this totally smooth. It has a little bit of a crinkle, very, very, very subtle to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't press it out. In other words, it's not going to be like the cotton sateens, excuse me, that are very smooth. So this is my kind of combination. Then we have this beautiful ruby, magenta, gorgeous color with another sateen. Again, dull, shiny, very pretty. And then a combination that you especially like.
Yeah, that was my first choice until
I talked her out of
until
it because I wanted this color that I have on.
right. I have to sneak this out for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was my first choice because I liked just the real similar tones to that.
Well, and I like this combination because there's something about the texture of both of these that has a more casual look, don't you think, than the sateens. So very, very pretty. It's not this is a colorway that we're seeing a lot in fashion at the moment, worn with peachy pinks and salmon colors, and they're all very neutral and
This
woodsy.
is a cotton knit too.
This is a cotton knit.
Cotton modal. The other ones were viscose.
Viscose,
yes.
Modal is a form of rayon. Modal. I think that's a drug. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
That's my ball.
Anyway, we have some great fabrics on sale this week. For the next week, all of these fabrics are on sale. The sweater knit that you have on, we're keeping on sale for another week, and we have the other colorway of it, which I love as well.
And the ribbing.
And the ribbing. And so that is our lengthening sleeves for the week. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.